Welcome to Sika True Crime Docs. We're so glad you're here. If you love captivating tales and intriguing narratives, you're in the right place. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and get ready to dive into some amazing stories. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey with Sika Crime Stories. The conviction of Jake Lee Eakin, a tragic tale of youth and violence. Introduction. In 2003, the town of Ephrata, Washington, was shaken by a brutal murder that would leave a permanent mark on the community. The victim was 13-year-old Craig Sorger, a young boy with a bright future ahead of him. The perpetrators were two of his peers, Jake Lee Eakin, also 13 at the time, and his friend Evan Savoie. This documentary explores the tragic events leading to the murder, the subsequent investigation, and the legal proceedings that followed, ultimately resulting in Jake Lee Eakin's conviction. The crime. On February 15, 2003, Craig Sorger went missing while playing in Oasis Park in Ephrata. His body was later discovered in the park, showing signs of a violent struggle. Craig had been beaten and stabbed multiple times, an act of brutality that stunned the local community. The police quickly launched an investigation, interviewing friends, family, and anyone who might have had contact with Craig that day. The investigation. Attention soon turned to Jake Lee Eakin and Evan Savoie, two friends who were known to have been with Craig on the day of his disappearance. The police conducted multiple interviews with both boys. Initially, they denied any involvement, but inconsistencies in their stories began to emerge. Eventually, under intense questioning, both Jake and Evan confessed to their roles in the murder, though their accounts differed in crucial details. The trial. The trial of Jake Lee Eakin commenced in 2005, drawing significant media attention due to the ages of the accused and the brutal nature of the crime. The prosecution argued that the murder was premeditated, presenting evidence that included the confessions, forensic analysis, and testimony from witnesses who had seen the boys together on the day of the murder. Jake's defense team argued that he was influenced by Evan, who they portrayed as the dominant personality in their friendship. They claimed that Jake, with a history of emotional and behavioral issues, was coerced into participating in the crime and did not fully comprehend the consequences of his actions. The conviction. Despite the defense's arguments, the jury found Jake Lee Eakin guilty of second-degree murder. He was sentenced to a long term in a juvenile detention facility, with the possibility of being transferred to an adult prison upon reaching the age of 18. Evan Savoie, tried separately, was also found guilty and received a similar sentence. Aftermath and reflection. The conviction of Jake Lee Eakin and Evan Savoie left a lasting impact on the Ephrata community. The case raised numerous questions about juvenile justice, the ability of young teenagers to understand the gravity of their actions, and the appropriate level of punishment for such severe crimes. In the years following his conviction, Jake Lee Eakin expressed remorse for his actions and sought opportunities for rehabilitation and redemption. His case became a focal point for discussions on the treatment of juvenile offenders and the potential for reform within the justice system. Conclusion. The story of Jake Lee Eakin's 2003 murder conviction is a somber reminder of the devastating effects of violence and the complex nature of juvenile crime. It underscores the importance of addressing the root causes of such behavior and providing pathways for young offenders to rehabilitate and reintegrate into society. As we reflect on this tragic event, we are reminded of the need for compassion, understanding, and justice in dealing with the most vulnerable members of our society. Thanks for tuning into Sika True Crime Docs. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more captivating tales. Your support helps us keep bringing these stories to life. See you in the next episode.